All right, we'll start with Naz.
Yeah, Mike, get up to the hot start and you close out the game, like the final 10 minutes really sharp, but you said there's been these swings. What's your level of concern that you guys haven't kind of on that level of consistency yet?
Just gotta keep working and grinding is all I can say. We did get off to a great start, and we went to the bench, and then they were able to get back in it, and we couldn't find it, and we had I think 4 turnovers coming down the stretch of that first half that gave them the opportunity to get back into the game, and you go in up 3. You got to give them credit because again we controlled it early, but we let it slip away. And these are growing pains, man. We got to just, when you get a team down, you got to just keep stepping and building. And we just didn't do that early on.
Daniel and Tom.
Yeah, on Umar, I want to say he had 14, 18, and 6. You kind of feel like he's almost kind of found his niche here.
Well, I'm pleased with his play. This is really the first time Ballo in his career has been featured. And, he's such a big load, and, we had the size advantage tonight, and I thought we took advantage of it, especially in that stretch where I think they went like 6 minutes without even scoring, so our defense was pretty good, and then, we were able to, get the ball inside the Ballo and Malik to make plays.
Tom and Todd.
Mike, you did have 16 turnovers tonight. I know that's a number that's way too high from you. How much of that is just not the best passing lanes or things like that, or is there something you can pinpoint as to why there's so many?
Well, right before the half, I'm thinking time, scoring situation, and our players are still thinking home run plays. We were just taking chances on passes that just weren't there and doing things with the ball off the dribble that just wasn't there. So these are things that, man, we gotta fix. And because, moving forward, once we start playing Big Ten basketball, plays like that can really put you in the hole with these good teams.
Todd and Zach.
Mike, a good defensive performance tonight in terms of shooting percentage. Where does this game fit in terms of the path towards creating a defensive identity for this team?
We still got work to do, man. Even though they went 6 minutes without scoring the ball, they still had good looks. And the looks came on our inability to not switch correctly. We screwed up so many switches tonight, I thought. And those are things that I just got to get us right. When you switch, that means you got a body on a body, and nobody's breaking free for easy shots. So we got to clean that up. That's something that we got to continue to work on and practice to get better.
Zach and then Lou.
Miles Rice had 3 turnovers to 1 assist tonight. You talked about the turnover struggles. How much of that falls on his shoulders?
Well, again, his all came right before the half. And, when you got the ball in your hand, you got to make better decisions. And I didn't think he did that right before the half. And that was the difference in them cutting the lead and we going in and up 3 at halftime.
Lou and then Seth.
On Ballo, well, you mentioned, he's a big load. Do you think this could be foreshadowing for what he can do in the Big Ten, and that other teams will be really conscious of him now?
Sure. I think they've seen Ballo over the years. And yes, the Big Ten is big. Everybody's got big guys. 4 and 5s are huge in the Big Ten. So it won't be a surprise, when we play Big Ten schools that got, the 5 and 4 that matches Ballo and Malik. We just got to continue to get him better, and Malik's got to continue to grow because it will be a challenge each and every night that we step out on that floor once we start the Big Ten.
Seth and then Will.
Mike, you were really getting on McKenzie several times tonight. Obviously, he had a tough night. I guess, especially defensively, where do you feel like he needs to improve right now?
Well, again, listen, it wasn't just McKenzie. Our perimeter play from a defensive standpoint, even though we got them to miss shots, I look at the big picture, man, in terms of, how the ball is being moved, and if we're switching, are we switching correctly? once the ball goes up on the glass, are we in position to rebound the ball? We gave up, I think, 15, 16 offensive rebounds. I mean, it's just way too many. These things we got to fix.
Will and then Josh.
Kind of following up on McKenzie, do you think his offensive struggles tonight and his lack of defensive focus were correlated?
Well, again, I mean, he didn't have a good night. I mean, I ain't taking anything. Mac has been playing pretty good basketball for us. He had a tough night. And, again, he'll bounce back. You know, we'll start back on the practice floor tomorrow and get him back going and get him ready for Monday.
Last question, Josh.
Coach, you said on Tuesday that 46 points in that second half was a bit too much. Tonight, just 21 in the second half. How pleased are you with that?
I'll take it. I'll take that all day long. I know if we do that, we'll put ourselves in position to win basketball games.